The Russians are buzzing us. An unarmed Russian spy plane made a low flight over parts of the District of Columbia and New Jersey, where the president is vacationing at his golf club, and U.S. defense officials say it was perfectly legal. Here's some video of the thing flying right over the U.S. Capitol building. It's a Tupolev similar to a mid-sized passenger jet. The maneuver is allowed under international agreement, which lets countries make these kinds of flights. I want to show you a map of the flight's path around the district. And here it is, just a zigzagging kind of thing. Fox News has learned the plane never actually flew directly over the Capitol building itself. Trace Gallagher with the rest of the details. The Russians can fly right over Trump's golf course, but nobody else can?
Yeah, Shep, and that's because from August 4th through August 21st, that part of New Jersey has a TFR in place, which is a temporary flight restriction, meaning there is a strict no-fly zone for a 10-mile radius around the Bedminster Golf Club, and there are lesser restrictions for a 30-mile radius. But under the Treaty on Open Skies, you just talked about, signed by 34 separate countries, as long as Russia notifies the federal government in advance and has U.S. military officials on board their plane as escorts, which they did, they can pretty much fly wherever they want. The temporary flight restrictions around the Trump golf course have infuriated some local airports, by the way, because it's costing them a whole bunch of money. So 6 members of Congress from New Jersey and Pennsylvania have sent the Secret Service a letter asking to loosen those restrictions, especially because the president spends a whole lot of time at his golf club in Bedminster. Chuck.
What is this talk of the Russians possibly violating the treaty?
Well, under the Open Skies Treaty, member nations are obligated to make all of their territory available for aerial observation, which is why the Russians were allowed to fly near Trump's golf club. But a former Assistant Secretary of State recently testified before Congress that Russia has banned foreign countries, including the U.S., from flying over Moscow or Chechnya. And there's worry that when Russia flies over the U.S., like it will all this week, they might be using high-powered digital cameras and high-tech sensors that have not been certified under this treaty. All of the information gathered during these flights is supposed to be shared between the countries, but that transparency is very hard to police. And the treaty with Russia, we have each flown over their countries a combined 165 times. Shep.
Trace Gallagher, thank you.